Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are going to go through all of the palettes that I decluttered recently. I'm going to see if there's any I want to save. The ones that you are not going to see in here, the Tarte palette that had the water in it, that one completely expired, so I threw that away. And then my ABH Prism palette, I'm going to say that one was starting to get weird, so I threw that away. And then the Naked palettes that I got rid of, I gave them to a friend of mine. She had a birthday. I know the Wild West one was brand new, and then I gave her the Cherry and the Heat. So those are not going to be in here. And then I don't know if I pulled out my Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered. I might have. We'll see. If not, it'll still be in here. But we're going to go through the bag, and I'll decide if I'm okay with letting it go and I'll put it in my declutter basket, or if I'm going to be a clown and keep it longer. So that's what we're going to do. If that sounds interesting, stick around, and let's jump into down just a little bit lower. So let's just start pulling palettes out in no particular order. There's the LA Girl Pro subscriber. I sent this to me. It's a really good formula. I bet it's one of those I've only used it once. This is one I may pull back in. I'm gonna think about it. We'll put the think about it right there. Okay. Item Beauty in My Element. This is one I had saved. It reminds me of the Queen of Hearts palette from, I forget the company's name. I've never used it. One of the shimmer came broken and I had to repress it, but I've never used it. It looks like a pretty fall palette. I don't know. We're not doing good here. I'll think about that. This Oakland Ethereal, it's supposed to be a dupe for one of the Huda palettes. That can go. The Desi and Katie Friendcation can go. One of my dogs is down here and she's setting off the Christmas decorations. The Verandy palette from Odin's Eye. I'm okay with that going. The Tarte Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust, again, is a pretty mauve palette. I think this one's still good. I might think about that one too. Let's see, Peachy Queen. It's just a rainbow palette, Wizard of Oz themed. Again, I got subscribers sent that to me. We've got the Festival by Juvia's Place. I'm okay. I think letting that go. It's got some pretty shades in it, but all the shades I'm like, oh, that's pretty. I've never used them. Never used them. I got Proof is in the Pudding from Beauty Bakery. Is this a warmer palette? This is a warmer palette. So I think I'm just thinking about fall, and then I have a cool tone version in Bed and Breakfast. I have pulled these back in, at least this one. The other one I haven't had as long. Let's see, Trend Beauty Naturally Nude. I'm okay letting that go. Let me bring you down just a little bit more. It's got two highlighters in it. It's a pretty palette. I think I'm okay letting that go. The Hard Candy Girl Scout one, I'm okay letting that go. Dream Street and ColourPop, this one's really old. I'm okay letting that go. The Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. I've never used this. Never used it. It's a pretty gold palette though. I might think about that. This is one that I've never used. I'm kind of compelled to keep it. I like that it's got, you know, these are all mattes. These are all shimmers. It took me forever to get a hold of this because it's not available in the US. It's from Lottie London and Twyla. Living My Best Life. Yeah, it took me, this is one that Makeup Missa talked about for years. She's decluttered hers also, but it took me like 6 months to get a hold of that. I have all of my Soph palettes. So there's the colorful one. There's the original one. I just don't reach for these. There's nothing wrong with them. Just don't use them. And then the Extra Spice. These ones don't last the longest. I think this is one of the best formulas that Makeup Revolution has done, but you definitely need, I feel like, a wet primer with those. Just don't reach for them. The Kathleen Lights, the Zodiac palette, Laura Lee. It's a pretty palette. I just, for whatever reason, I just don't reach for it. I think because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. This e.l.f. one, I'm okay letting it go. Like, this one looks really nice. These are all, I might save this one too. It's one of those things, if I had less, would I use it? Because that's been part of my problem. The champagne one from Makeup Geek, I think I'm okay letting that one go. I think I kept the peachy one. I have this little quad from Bella Pierre that can go. This one came from an Ipsy box, Like a Boss. I'm okay with that going. The Nubian. This is another one that I have saved. I might keep it with the Warrior just because, I don't know, it's a really pretty fall-esque palette. Does that mean I'm going to use it? No. I'm okay letting this one go by Gormongos. I have my two Tardis, you know, Pros. I'm okay with those going. This one, the Ace Beauté Scarlet Dusk. I've never used this. It's pretty. It's got some pretty pinks in it, but I've never used it. It's got, again, it's got some oranges too. I might be inclined to hold on to that. We'll see. See what else. Yeah, I think I did pull out the Huda Beauty palette. Got my Sweet Pinks from Juvia's Place. And then there's the orange one, which I might hold on to those. This is why I do the declutters the way I do them. There's this one that can go. These, I think, are from the same company. I don't really love the formula on these. There's the colors. I Heart Sarah E. It's a really pretty palette. I just don't reach for it. So let's make some of this and then we'll go back. I think I'm okay keeping the Juvia's Place ones. So I didn't keep the Festival, but I pulled back out the Nubian Glow, the pinks, the Warrior, and then the Nubian 2. Let's see, the Beauty Bakery. I don't know why this is a really nice, like, beginner friendly formula. Like, there's nothing revolutionary about these, but I know when I used this one, I was like, it's easy. It's an easy formula to work with. It's sad that the brand has kind of gone away, but I might hold on to those a little bit, and then I think I'll save this for another round. Am I going to use it? Probably not, but it's one of those, it took me so long to get it. Scarlet Dusk, again, I might keep it for now. Again, I'm going to go through all of my palettes, so I could change my mind again, but some of these, they just look so pretty. So I think I'll save Laura Lee's palette. I don't know that I need all of these. Like, this is a pretty cool toned mauve palette. It's just kind of a pain in my rear to store. I might save this just a little bit, see if I can get some use out of it. Again, it's pretty. The brand doesn't exist anymore, so if I get rid of it, it's not like I can go back and buy it again. And then this mauve-y nude palette. So I think I'll keep those. The stuff that it's in here will stay in here, and then, yeah, I can revisit these again when I go through my palette drawers. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully this wasn't too boring, but again, I needed to go through it anyway. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye, everybody.